3 years ago. Oh my gosh, guys. The book is getting read, just not by me. Amazed. Hey y'all, it's Sat. I hope you're having a terrific day today. And for this video, we are going to be revisiting some of my book hauls. Alright, so before I get into anything bookish, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. And I guess tell me in the comments, what was the last book that you read that you had just bought? Like bought it and then read it immediately. I need to be doing more of that. Alrighty, so this is exactly what it says on the 10. I try to do one of these about every year just to kind of make sure, I'm actually reading the books I buy. And we are going to be starting out with my quarter 1 book haul from 2023, meaning this is like 3 years ago. I really hope I actually have read these books. Let me get a counter up because Lord knows I'm going to need one of those. I'm pretty sure when I did this last year, I had 5 books that were unread. So 5 books is the goal to beat. We want to do less than 5 books if that was not obvious. So on that note, let's just go ahead and start into this first one. Like I said, quarter 1, 2023. Okay, Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson. Luckily, I have read this. I actually really enjoyed this book. I just recommended it to somebody the other day. Next up was Juniper and Thorn by Ava Reed. I have also read this one. I liked this book. I liked the writing of this book. I didn't super love the plot. In fact, I've become more unsure about Ava Reed as an author, unfortunately, but I do still have a fair amount of this author's work on my TBR. Anyway, point being, yes, I have read this book. I have also read The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. This must have been right around, I got some books from like my friends. We had all gone through and annotated them. We have kind of pulled back on that just because we were doing it so often. But I believe my friend Kat read this one and annotated it and then gave it to me. And I read it and annotated it and then passed it on to my friend Allie. I don't remember if this is actually on my shelves right now or if Allie still has it, now that I think about that. Then we've got Comfort Me with Apples by Catherine M. Valenti. I have read this book as well. Interesting little horror novella that unfortunately I kind of spoiled the main twist for myself, but I still liked that twist. So I do still have this on my shelves. Spirit Science by Penny Reed. I had already read this one and then bought it because I loved it. It's actually my favorite of the Winston brothers. So yeah, that one's definitely a read. Still on my shelves. Let's see. Well Matched by Jen DeLuca. Pretty sure I had also already read this and then bought a copy. That sounds right, because I think I read this originally from the library. I've actually been meaning to reread this one so I could go through and annotate it because this is my favorite of the series thus far. And we just recently heard that a 5th book is coming out and I cannot wait. Next up is Cherish Farah by Bethany C. Mara. I'm pretty sure I actually read this one for lowest rated books on my TBR. I think that was the video. And this one actually was pretty good. So I'll put a link to that video up in the cards. Yours truly, I won this in a giveaway from Goodreads, which was great, except for the fact I already had a digital copy of this book. I absolutely hated a twist that the book ended up taking. So I did read this. Do not own it anymore. Next one is Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell. I had also already read this one whenever I bought it. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think I bought a copy and then I annotated it for my friend Allie, but I loved it so much that I wanted my own copy. So I went and purchased this. Another one that I have also been wanting to reread so I can re-annotate it for myself this time around. The Wrath of Wolves by Kelly York and Rowan Altwood. Finally got around to reading this one. Actually, I don't think it was too much longer after I bought it. I don't remember. But this is the 3rd in the Dark as the Night series. Really enjoyed it. Have been waiting for the 4th book in that series for a hot minute because there's supposed to be another one following this same couple and I want more of them. But yes, I have read this. Hard Day for a Hangover by Dorinda Jones. Did read this one. Had I read this before I bought? No, I think I bought it and then read it pretty quickly after, if I remember correctly, because this was the final in a mystery trilogy and I just love Dorinda Jones stuff. It's so good, so entertaining, and they're always so much fun. Also, do still have it on my shelves. Next one is Nine Liars by Maureen Johnson, which this is in the Stevie Bell mystery series. I loved the first 4 books of this series. I believe this is the 5th one. Unfortunately, it really went downhill for me. I didn't like the characters as much anymore. I was really frustrated by a lot of their dynamics. I did not like the romantic angle, which I had loved in all the prior books. And the mystery itself, I didn't really like how it ended up wrapping up. It was unsatisfying, and I just wasn't a fan. So I don't own this one anymore, though I have read it. Then A Far Wilder Magic by Allison Saft. I have also read this one. I really enjoyed it. Roy and Risa from Full Metal Alchemist fanfiction, essentially, and I loved it for that. Then we have Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman, which I have not read, but I did unhaul because I really was thinking at the time that I was going to continue on with that Practical Magic series. But I tried picking this one up at one point and I just was not getting into it. It was not giving me what I wanted from it. So I ended up, I think I not right nowed it. And then eventually was like, I don't think I'm going to come back to this. And then I officially unhauled it and DNF'd the series. Holy crap, guys. I've read all of those. I can't believe it. We didn't have a single unread book. That was fantastic. Okay, amazed. So on that note, let's go into quarter 2 and we'll see how this goes. Let's see if this luck continues. Okay, Soul Eater Volume 2 and Volume 3. Yes, I have read these. I've read that entire series as of now. So I've read them, do still own them. And there is Fevered Star by Rebecca Rowanhorse. Did I buy this and then read it, or read it and then buy it? I don't remember, but I have read this because I've also finished this entire series by this point. I still need to get my hands on the 3rd book in the series because this is a fantasy series I actually would really enjoy getting to reread and annotate. It didn't last. I knew it wouldn't last. So next one is The Adventures of Amin al-Sarafi by Shimon Chakraborty. No, I have not read this. I actually did just recently lend it to my sister-in-law. So like the book is getting read, just not by me. Then we have In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. And if memory serves, I read this pretty quickly after buying it because I think I actually read it for an anticipated releases vlog. So yes, most definitely read. Yes, most definitely still. I was actually in the middle of reading it when I filmed this because my bookmarks in it. I see that now. Happy Place by Emily Henry. Also pretty immediately turned around and read this one. I tend to do that with Emily Henry's books whenever they first come out. She's one of my favorite authors, so I tend to buy them and then read them really quickly after. I think that actually may have been in the same video with In the Lives of Puppets. So if it was, I'll have that linked up above. And not my favorite of her stuff, but I did enjoy this for the friendship angle of it, if not necessarily for the romance, though there is a specific scene of the romance that will be stuck in my head forever now. Then there is Honey and Spice by Balu Babalola. Yes, I have read this one. I did really enjoy it. However, I love what this author ended up doing by writing a sequel book that's a second chance romance with the same couple. And I need to go read it. That's so cool. Ever since I heard she did that, that is like so fantastic. And I want to get my hands on the sequel book. But anyway, yes, I have read this book. And then we've got Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, which I think was one my friend Ellie annotated for me. I have read this. It was cute. This was one of those that showcased to me I'm not really a big cozy fantasy person, but I did read it and think, did I unhaul this? Or I might have, my friend Kat may have it now to annotate it. I don't actually remember. I'm going to put it in the unhaul section. Oh, and then we have another Soul Eater, Volume 4. Like I said, I've read this entire series now, so obviously, yes, checked off. And Spy Family Volume 2 by Tatsuya Endo. Have also read this one. Though I am still technically behind on the series, I have read a fair amount of it at this point. And I think, oh my God, is that it? The rest of this video is unhaul. Oh my gosh, guys. I only had one unread book from this book haul revisited. I cannot believe that. We did so much better than 5. Good job. Claps to us. So on that note, I guess if you want me to do another like book haul revisited reading vlog, even though it's only going to be one book, push me to prioritize it. So on that note, that is officially it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, let's do the 100 emoji in the comments down below because I can't believe I was nearly at 0. We were so close to succeeding at 100%, but like even still, I am feeling 100%. I am proud. And on that note, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. I have links to all of my socials as well as a few ways to support me down in the description. I come out videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you. Bye.